Hey, Jack, can you talk to Alice? I think, she should get married considering her age.
Huh? Why?
Why don't you understand? How old do you think Alice is? She's already in her late 20s. She's 28.
Alice is independent and responsible. I have nothing more to say. She grew up to be a wonderful woman. Let her do whatever she wants.
We have to do something before she reaches 30. Let me tell you, we women shine the most in our 20s. You're a guy. You don't know anything, do you?
If men are to judge, I think we know better.
Stop nitpicking.
If Alice doesn't want to get married, we shouldn't force her to. She'll find the right one soon, and we shouldn't meddle in her business.
Don't you want a grandchild, honey?
I do, but I also don't want to pressure her or anything. Even if you pressure her to get married, she's the one to make the final decision.
Alice's childhood friend already gave birth to her second child.
Good for her.
Her classmates and childhood friends are all getting married and giving birth. Alice should be doing the same.
It's her choice. If you annoy her like this, she'll feel more stressed and won't want to get married.
I knew there would be no use talking to you.
Then why did you talk to me about it in the first place?
I'll be in charge. I'm gonna make her get married. My friend actually told me about a nice gentleman who was finding a partner. She said he might be the one for Alice. Alice doesn't have a boyfriend now, does she? I'll arrange a date so that they can meet each other.
Wait a minute. Does Alice know about this?
Not yet, but I've already decided to make her go on a date. I can't let my friend down.
Aren't you being a bit selfish? Why do you want her to get married all of a sudden?
I've always been worried about her. I was always planning to get her married as soon as possible.
Really? You weren't this eager to make her get married?
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna arrange a date for her. Be prepared to meet her future husband, Jack.
Wait, we should ask Alice about this first. Who's Alice meeting anyways? Do I know him?
No. My friend who I hang out often with told me about this gentleman, so you don't know him. He's 45, but he looks pretty young. And he has his own company. Isn't it wonderful?
Huh. 45 years old.
Yes. Is there anything wrong?
He's about the same age as us. He's far too old for Alice. At least find her a better partner who's around the same age as her.
Why? I bet she prefers older men. She has a calm and gentle personality. She won't get along with young guys. He's the best match.
Alice is a fan of young male idols, though.
That's a different story. She'll love him, don't worry.
Elise, you have to ask Alice before you decide everything on our own.
Unless she agrees, I won't be meeting this guy. Oh, but I already told my friend that Alice would be meeting him.
What are you doing?
Jack, you have to understand, if I don't do anything, Alice would stay single for the rest of her life. Just believe me, okay? Her life is in my hands. Jack, are you there? Why aren't you replying?
I'm still working, Elise. I'll call you back later.
It's urgent. Alice is not answering my calls.
I bet she's still working, too.
She hasn't replied since yesterday. I'm getting worried. Do you think she's okay?
Yeah, I think she's perfectly fine. She called me this morning.
Uh-huh. Why hasn't she replied to me yet?
I guess she's angry at you. You took her to meet this random guy.
I need her to reply if she's gonna date him or not. He's waiting for her to make the decision.
I thought she said she didn't want to marry him. She just met him to make you happy, Elise. I think you should thank her for coming to the date.
I believe that this marriage is the best for her. He might be a little older than her, but they'll make a great couple. He was a nice gentleman, don't you think?
I don't know. To be honest, it creeped me out to imagine him being my son-in-law. He's over 40, but he treated Alice like she was as old as him. He said it was easier to talk to older women. That's not something he should say to her daughter who's in her 20s.
I think he meant to praise her.
If so, he's pretty rude and lacks consideration. Elise, Alice doesn't want to get married. You have to respect her choice. Tell him honestly that he wasn't the right one for Alice, okay?
It's best for Alice to marry someone older than her.
That's your opinion. It's up to Alice. You have to respect her. Stop doing whatever you want. She's a grown adult and capable of choosing for herself.
I'm just worried. I think it's best for her to marry someone rich. I don't want her to get married with a normal employee like you. I'm her mother, and I love her, and I don't want her to face any hardships.
Does that mean you faced a lot of hardships marrying a normal employee like me?
No, it's not like that. Can you tell Alice to reply to me as soon as possible?
I don't think I'll be any help.
Can you be a little more helpful?
You're acting weird recently.
How?
You suddenly started pressuring Alice to get married, and you also visited her room without telling her. You're being weirdly obsessive these days.
Really? Isn't it normal for a mother to worry about her child?
You're just worrying too much in my opinion.
I'm worried about my daughter who's about to turn 30 but still hasn't found a good partner. All mothers would be worried in my situation, unlike you, who's uninterested in his daughter.
I'm considerate of her in my own ways. She works for a decent company and makes her own living. I think she's doing perfectly fine, and I'm proud of her. I told you the same thing last time.
You still have a job left to do as her father, Jack. You have to look after your daughter until she gets married. Make sure to give her some advice about getting married, okay? She won't be able to find a better husband than the gentleman she met the other day. Jack, where are you? I thought it was your day off today.
I'm out to get my transcripts.
What transcripts? Like, transcripts of the family register?
Yep. Is there anything wrong?
Yeah, can you call Alice? I need you to call her right now. I can't believe she did it without telling us.
Did what?
She moved out of her apartment. Our daughter moved into a different apartment without telling us. You have to tell her that this is unacceptable. I arranged her a date with her future husband this week. I can't believe she just disappeared without telling me.
Oh, about that. I told her to move. Also, I won't be living with you anymore.
Huh? You told her to move? What do you mean?
You heard me right. Both me and Alice are breaking relations with you. I'm here to get my transcripts so that I can fill in the official documents asking for a divorce.
What are you saying?
Let's get divorced, Elise.
Why do you want a divorce? Your daughter is about to get married.
It's all your fault. Alice moved out and we're getting divorced because of you.
My fault?
We know everything, Elise. You wanted Alice to marry a rich old man for money, right?
Money was not the only reason. She'll live a happier life if she marries a rich man.
Elise, be honest with me. You're in debt.
What? What are you talking about?
Be serious with me. We know everything you've been hiding from us. Alice called me a few weeks ago. She said she was giving you money for the past few months. She called because she was worried that my job wasn't going well.
Huh?
I never expected you to ask Alice for help, telling her that we were struggling because my pay was reduced. I can't believe you've been asking Alice to give you $1,000 a month for financial support.
You're misunderstanding, Jack. I wanted to find the best possible partner for Alice, so I had to spend money to meet new people and maintain good relationships with them. You know, Alice has a pretty high salary.
Stop lying to me. Your reasons are ridiculous. I know you have a lover. You've been seeing him for more than 5 years, if I'm not wrong.
What are you saying?
You also withdrew some money from our savings for him. You got scared that I might find out, so you started borrowing money. But you still needed money, so you decided to ask your own daughter for help. You wanted her to get married with a rich guy so that he could support you financially.
No, he's not my lover. He's an investor who I'm close to. He's just teaching me stuff.
Stop lying, Elise. We have proof that you were having an affair with him.
Proof?
I hired a detective to find out the truth. I'm divorcing you. Leave our house as soon as possible.
All right. I honestly don't care. He asked me if I wanted to get together with him. I always wanted to dump a broke employee like you. Bring me the divorce papers. I'll sign it for you.
No more excuses, Elise?
There's no point of making excuses. You two decided to leave me. I can't think of you as my family anymore. I don't need you in my life. I'm better off without you, Jack.
Elise, make sure you move out of the house by the end of the month. The new owner will move in soon.
Hey, Jack, I wanted to discuss about our relationship.
Our? You mean the relationship between you and your lover?
No, about me and you.
Me? We're already divorced.
But we were married for 30 years. We had our ups and downs. But we made a pretty good couple, don't you think?
I don't know. I always thought so, but I don't know now. You were cheating on me all this time.
I wasn't cheating, to be exact. I was never serious about him.
What? You said you always wanted to dump a broke employee like me. Aren't you getting together with him?
I never meant to say that. I lost my temper. I wasn't being serious.
Oh, I see.
Jack, I never wanted to get a divorce. I want to get back together with you. I want to go back to the old times when we loved each other.
Elise.
Jack, I'm so sorry. I know I hurt you a lot. But I promise never to betray you again. You will be the only one I love.
Are you stupid? Don't make me laugh.
Uh-huh.
You want to get back together because he dumped you, right? I'm genuinely shocked. You'd been cheating on me for so many years and even asked your daughter for money. How can you beg for forgiveness after everything you did?
Why do you know that I broke up with him?
Oh, don't you remember? I hired a detective. Your lover seemed to have several girlfriends. And he lied to all of them like he did to you so that they'll give him money. He sometimes lied, saying that his company went bankrupt. To sum it up, he's a fraud.
Why? Why didn't you tell me this when we got divorced?
Why should I tell you?
I was tricked and used for his advantage. You could have helped me out. You're a jerk. You knew that he'll dump me.
What if I knew?
You knew your wife was being tricked, but you never told her. How can you do this to me?
How can you do this to me? You were the one having an affair, cheating on me for so many years. I don't care if you were being tricked or not. And if you even forced your daughter to pay for your money, she could have saved all the money she paid you for her future. Who do you think you are? You don't deserve to be Alice's mother.
I tried to break up with him several times, but he always stopped me. Then he asked me to help him with his investments. I just couldn't dump him after I agreed to help.
Stop making excuses. I don't want to hear them. You not only were tricked by your lover, but also betrayed your family and took away your daughter's money, which makes you a horrible wife.
I'm so sorry. I want to say sorry to Alice for everything I did. Let me apologize to you too, Jack.
Stop it. You're a stranger now.
Forgive me. I was wrong. Give me one last chance. Please, believe me.
I don't think it's worth it. We can't think of you as our family anymore. You're free to do whatever you want now. My ex-wife had to pay for compensation money and the money she took away from her daughter, as well as the money she withdrew from our savings. After all the payment, she lost everything. She's still in debt, so she'll have to pay them back somehow. She still has a few $1,000,000 to pay back, and I'm guessing she might end up bankrupt. Well, it's not our problem anymore. She's a stranger now. Even if she begged for help, we'll never help her. Both me and Alice moved into somewhere new where my ex-wife is unaware of. I'm enjoying and relaxing life after my divorce. I've blocked her from my contacts, and my lawyer is in charge of communicating with her, so I'm living a very stress-free life right now. I plan to support my daughter who's following her dreams and continue to be a good father I always try to be. I will always be there for whenever she needs me.
Hey Daniel, are you at home yet?
Oh, Dad, you know that on Tuesdays I don't get back until late because I have my film club.
Your what? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I need you to get home like now. I've got a delivery coming and I need you to sign for it.
I can't, Dad. I'm working on a pretty big project at the moment. Can't you just have Mickey sign for it? He should be at home by now.
Can't. He and I are out at the minute, so I need you to do this. It's an important package. It's a new watch that I'm gonna give your brother when he wins the championship game in a few months. It's really expensive, so I don't want the delivery guy to just leave it on the porch. You know where there are loads of idiots who'd steal the thing if they saw it.
A new watch? Seriously, just for winning a football game?
It's not just a football game. This is a really important game for him that could determine his whole career. Obviously, he's gonna win. I mean, he's the best. And the best only deserves the best gifts, which is why I got him a Gucci watch.
What the hell, Dad? Those can be thousands of dollars. How could you spend that much? We don't even have that kind of money.
Relax, I got it on a payment plan. Besides, it's my money, so I'll do what I want with it.
Fine, whatever.
Okay, well, make sure you get home quickly. The tracking app says the delivery guy could turn up from 4 p.m. until 10 p.m. I need you to not leave the house between those times.
Look, I'll do my best to get back on time, but I'm busy too, you know? I'm currently in the middle of directing a pretty big film, and me and my team are actually going to send it off to an independent film festival to see if we can get recognized. Even if we don't, it should provide us a way in to meet important people in the film industry, so I can't just drop everything and go home, okay?
I don't have time to read all that. Just get home.
Why can't you go home if it's so important to you?
Well, me and Mickey are currently at a spa, and then we're going for dinner at that new steakhouse. We won't be back in time for the delivery.
Hang on, you're at a spa? And you're going to the new steakhouse? The one that I've been telling you that I've wanted to go to for weeks now? But you said it was too expensive?
Yeah, well, Mickey needs the best treatments and food to make sure he's ready for his upcoming game. If recruiters show up, then he might even get a free ride to college. I'd have invited you to come with us, but Mickey said that you stress him out too much, which isn't good for his mental health if he wants to focus and win the game.
Right. The game that isn't for another few weeks yet. That game?
Run-up to the game is just as important as the match itself. You'd understand that if you actually put some effort into something important instead of messing around in your little club.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel, Dad.
Oh, you know what I meant. Just make sure you get back home in time. You need to go now if you're gonna make it, as it's a 10-minute drive from the school to the house as it is.
You might need to contact the delivery guy. I'm busy at the moment and probably won't make it back.
Ugh. Why can't you be more helpful like your brother?
Well, if he's so helpful, you can send him back to sign for the delivery.
You know, then neither of us can do that.
Then maybe you should have sorted out delivery on a day that you'd be home.
Whatever, I'll sort it out. I can't ask you for help with anything.
Actually, I'm happy to help as long as I'm able to, but at the minute, I'm doing something that's incredibly important to me. And not that you care, so I can't just drop it and go home just to sit around and wait for a delivery. And just for your information, I do pretty much all of the chores at home, including the ones that Mickey's supposed to do, so I actually help out a lot.
Well, that doesn't mean anything if you won't help out when it's important. Doing chores really isn't that big of a deal.
Okay then, I'll keep that in mind when Mickey's dishes are laying around. Anyways, gotta go. Good luck with your delivery.
Boy, Dad told me that you were really unhelpful earlier. Why do you have to be like that? It's really annoying and petty. Just because you're jealous?
Jealous? Of what?
Of me, of course. Because I'm Dad's favorite.
Oh, that. I'm really not jealous of that.
Oh, please, you hate the fact that Dad spoils me and lets me do whatever I want, so long as I do well in my football games. It bugs you beyond belief that he doesn't care about what you do and never pays attention to you. Just admit it.
Well, it's not the best feeling in the world, but hey, I'm used to it. I don't need someone constantly holding my hand and telling me I'm doing good. Unlike some people.
Are you saying that I can't deal with things on my own?
Your words, not mine.
You know, I should tell Dad you said that. He'll have you doing all the chores in the house.
I already do all the chores in the house.
Whatever. Oh yeah, the steakhouse was really nice. Some of the best steaks I've ever had. Too bad you'll never be able to have them yourself.
Touching how you care about my well-being, don't worry, I'm sure I'll be able to save up and buy myself some with the money from my job.
As if. Only winners deserve food like that. You're nothing but a nerdy loser who won't get anywhere in life. Honestly, you should have followed in my footsteps and gotten into sports. You wouldn't have been as good as me, but at least then Dad would have been proud of you. At the moment, he just thinks that you're a loser too.
Is there an actual reason that you've messaged me, or are you simply trying to annoy me with your constant prattle?
I don't even know what you mean when you speak all fancy like that. In case you haven't noticed, we're not rich. You don't need to talk like you are.
What do you want, Mickey?
I need you to hide something in your room for me.
No.
You don't even know what it is.
What is it?
I can't tell you.
Then no.
Why not?
Because I'm not about to get involved with whatever sketchy thing you've got going on now. Don't think I don't know about your little side business.
What are you on about?
I know you sell drugs, Mick. You're not exactly the best at keeping secrets or keeping them hidden.
You've been snooping in my room?
I don't have to when you leave suspicious little syringes all over the house.
That wasn't me, that was Dylan. We had a little party the other weekend when Dad and you weren't here.
I don't care. I'm not hiding illegal things in my room simply because you want me to.
I'll tell Dad you're hindering me from doing my best in my football games, and then he'll make you do something way worse than hiding a measly little bag in your room. Besides, you're acting like they're hardcore drugs. It's only a bit of steroids to help me with football. Everyone does it.
Not everyone. There are actually some honest athletes out there.
Not really. At least not in my team.
So you all take steroids?
Pretty much.
Wow. Well, thanks for letting me know. Now I know not to cheer for you at the games.
Whatever. You can get down off your high horse. You'd do the same if you were in my shoes. It's really high pressure, so I need all the help I can get. But you wouldn't know about high pressure.
I'm guessing Dad doesn't know about your little pre-game ritual then? If you want me to hide the stuff in my room, that is.
Of course not. He would think that it's cheating. I don't want to risk being the black sheep of the family. It really looks like it sucks to be you.
Yeah, you don't say.
So, you need to hide these in your room.
That way if Dad finds them, at least he can't be more disappointed in you than he already is. You know what? Okay, you can put him in my room. Great. Hey Jim, I think I've just found a new story for our film which will definitely get us noticed. Oh? What's that then? An expose. About what? Steroids in high school sports. I've even already got some evidence to put into it. Well, let's get to it then. The festival's not far off. Hey, Dad, when does Mickey's game start?
I think it starts at about 6 this evening.
Great, I just wanted to make sure I got there on time.
You're coming to support him?
Yeah, it's his big game after all. I was even gonna film it. I'm making a sort of documentary, so I wanted to get some action. I'm gonna submit the film to the school online, as well as at the film festival.
Yeah, whatever. Just make sure you send a copy to me and Mickey. That way we can send it to all the recruiters. Your brother will be sure to get noticed then.
Oh, don't worry, everyone will see the video. Mickey will definitely get noticed. Hey, Dad, did you see my film? I sent you a copy like you asked. Lots of other people have seen it too.
No, I've not had time to watch it.
You might want to watch it before you send it to the recruiters. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I've already sent it off because it shows your brother playing. And that's the only important thing, really.
Ah well, don't say I didn't warn you. I don't think Mickey's gonna be getting any offers anytime soon though.
What?
Watch the video, Dad. You'll be very surprised.
What have you done? I can't believe you'd actually do something like this.
I see you watched the video. Quite shocking, isn't it? To think that Mickey would be doing that?
What? Obviously he hasn't actually done that. You've just made it up to make him look bad.
Dad, I've actually got him on camera taking steroids, along with most of his teammates. I've not done anything other than expose his cheating.
But now what is he gonna do? No one will want him on their team after they've seen this.
Well, if he needs to take steroids to be on a team, then maybe he's just not as good at football as you thought he was. The truth can really hurt, can't it? Especially when your favorite son is the one who's messed up.
After what you've done, don't think I'll be talking to you.
Sounds good to me. I continued to live with my dad and my brother for the rest of the year, but it wasn't so bad as neither of them bothered me much. I ended up winning the best expose film in the festival though, and received $1,000 in prize money. And some important industry professionals even contacted me, offering to give me an internship. I start in September. As for Mickey, well, he and his other teammates who got caught doing steroids were kicked from the team. No one else wanted to sign them either, due to their cheating. Mickey barely passed high school with his failing grades, and as far as I know, he's currently unemployed and living with my dad still. I wonder if he's still the favorite after all. Some people have called me mean for doing what I did. However, by exposing Mickey for his drug use, the high school began to take drug testing more seriously for its sports teams, resulting in happier and healthier players, along with favoring those with actual talent, instead of those who simply cheated their way to victory. So I think it was a lesson very much needed for Mickey and the school.